right, here we go again, Coach. Another victory in the district standings, 2-0. That can't be too disappointing there.
Yeah, it feels good. Anytime you get a district win, obviously the goal every week is to go 1-0. We know how important all these games are for playoff implications and seeding and rankings and all that kind of stuff. And so, anytime you get a chance to get a district win, especially on the road, really, really important. So, I was really, really proud of our kids a week ago. Against a tough Ponca City team, and I think they're kind of an underrated team. They play really good defense.
Right.
Their offense is a ball control offense that's able to kind of pound the ball pretty well, and Coach Harmon and his staff do a great job up there of getting those guys ready. And you're wondering, how well are your kids going to handle, a long bus ride, to Ponca City, coming off, a big win over Booker T, and then obviously leading up to this week, which I know we'll preview here shortly, versus Bixby, how we respond. So I was really, really proud of our kids for just, coming out and taking care of business against a tough team.
Yep. And so shut out with the defensive play there.
Yeah.
And some tight moments. It looked like the Ponca City might score and then get them for a 20-yard loss.
Right, and make that play. And so that's what's so cool about our defense and our kids. Just they're so resilient and tough, and and just have that never flinch attitude, and they're going to just continue to try their hardest each and every snap, and it means something to them to try to hold someone out of the end zone and give everything they have. And so anytime you shut anyone out, I can tell you, in football in 2021, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, obviously, the game is designed to score points. The rules are designed for offenses. And anytime you can shut someone out, it's a really, really big deal. And, my credit to Coach Bryant and our defensive staff and all our players did a tremendous job.
Yep. Yeah. And so, I guess we can just start with your defensive player of the game.
Yeah, defensive player of the game was Deshaun Brown. Deshaun Brown had 10 tackles, four tackles for loss, a forced fumble, and a touchdown. So that's pretty productive. And, so if you had him on your fantasy team, you're racking up some points right there. Yeah. So he really produced.
That fumble was just kind of interesting how it unfolded, and then he almost looked like he just ripped it.
He just took it and went. He decided he wanted
I'll take it. It's like a handoff.
He wanted it, so he went ahead and took it, and did a great job, and went ahead and finished the play, and had some good blocking and stuff like that. So really, really cool. He was dominant in that game as always. And just really, really made it tough on anyone to block him and run in that direction. So, he was obviously our player of the game, just super productive. But, other guys that, that stood out is always, our linebacking core with Ethan Rowan and company did a tremendous job in shutting down the run. And then, our pass defense was excellent as well, with guys, being contested passes the whole game and not giving up much through the pass game. So, really, really proud of them. They can put you in some formations to give you some difficulties just because, everything's snugged in and you can kind of get lost with some crossers and picks and stuff like that. And we did a really good job keeping our eye discipline where it needed to be, and then tackling, in space and, and not getting, pushed around in a real physical game. So really, really proud of the defense. Did a tremendous job as always. Those guys are so tough and, and fly around the ball. And I tell our guys all the time, what always saves us is effort. And they're so fun to coach just because it's a bunch of kids just give everything they have and give you the best they can every snap with a great effort, and you can win a lot of games like that.
Yep. And then on the offensive side, 36 points.
Right. Yeah, 36 points, and it's like I kind of thought that was going to happen. It's in the game. It's they play really good defense, and I knew that, and they make you earn things. They don't give you easy shots. They won't give you much trick plays or anything. Like, you have to kind of earn. Everything's contested. They flood zones and those kind of things. It makes it kind of tough to get big plays on them. And so, that's about what I thought they would end up being, with us, and we're able to run the ball effectively enough and then throw the ball effectively enough, to just continue to kind of chip away, and score points. But they're no slouch, and it's no team that you're just going to go, blow out of the water. They're kids. They have some good players that play hard and they're coached well. And, proud of our kids. The offense player of the week was Jack Smith. If you go watch Jack Smith play week in and week out, he's always in the right spot. He's always doing what he's supposed to do. And when he gets the balls in his hand, he's pretty electric and can do some things with it. And he's a great route runner. Athletic kid, does so much for us, can play, about literally any position, including quarterback, on the field. And, I'm sure we could put him at guard or something and he would know it. We would call him the Swiss Army knife. He can do it all. He holds and returns kicks and does all that stuff. So, a great kid, always a team-first guy. Just can't say enough about him. He's a coach's dream, and that, always where he's supposed to be, always on time, always consistent. and just you can really count on him to make plays, and he made a bunch of them in that game. And so I couldn't be more happy for Jackson to have a big game. Just a tremendous kid and an awesome job.
Yep. Okay. So 2-0 start. Now we got Bixby coming here.
Yes.
So let's talk about a little bit what to expect in that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously they're really good. We say all the time they've 40 whatever game win streak, and and everyone's talking about that. And I think what kind of gets lost is like when you really think about how difficult that is to have a streak that long. And just being prepared week in and week out through tough opponents each and every week. My hat's off to Coach Montgomery and their staff have done a great job. Throughout time, and they're obviously, kind of the benchmark of football programs in the state of Oklahoma, and we know that, and we're trying to get there, but bottom line is just like every week, when you get in the team room on Monday, you're trying to go 1-0,
right.
And that's the goal every week is go 1-0 and find a way to beat that team, that opponent on Friday, and this Friday's no different. We have a great deal of respect for Bixby. Obviously, they're the team to beat. We know that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And our hats off to them for what they've done. But, we'll go give them our best, play gold standard football, and see what happens. But kind of, going back to the streak, you really think about that. Like, I don't know when the last time, they've lost is, but chances are, most of the kids on that team have never lost.
Yeah,
and it's pretty crazy when you think about to have that.
Yeah.
We're rolling a 2-game win streak, trying to make it 3. And they're in 40. So, but it's a huge test. We look forward to it. I tell our kids these are the kind of games you want to play in. This is what makes it fun. And also, I say like what a blessing it is to be able to play in a big game, because there's so many programs out there that aren't good enough to ever play in a big game. When we get a chance of playing a huge game at home, blackout. The whole town's going nuts, and that's all I hear about. Everywhere you go, people talking about it. I think it's really cool how it's brought the city of Choctaw together and the fans together and just really ignited this town and the city, and how much excitement's brewing for Choctaw football is really, really special and really, really cool. And I think that's the power you only get when you have a town with one team, one high school, right, and one community, and it's really, really cool. So we can't wait.
Yep. So it's blackout
night. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So blackout night. Make sure you're dressed in black and
That's
swarm
right.
to that stadium.
Yeah,
and
you may want to get there early too.
Yes,
from
yes,
what I
for
hear,
sure,
I think we'll
for
be
sure.
standing room only, so it should be really, really fun.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Good
let's
luck.
go get them as always. Sting them.